Okay, the talking points memo tonight is what happened this morning involving Hunter Biden. He pleaded not guilty to gun crimes at the federal level. So he's charged with false statement and purchase of a firearm, false statement related to information required to be kept by federal firearms dealers, possession of a firearm by a person who's addicted. And he said, no, I didn't do it. Of course he did it. We all know that he did it because he pled guilty to it in the first plea bargain. So how could he do it then, but now he didn't do it? This is our justice system. So what's going to happen now is that Hunter Biden is going to plea it down. He's not going to go to jail, but that'll happen. But in the meantime, he'll be charged with tax crimes as well. Now, the Justice Department has to do that because it's been embarrassed beyond all measure, because it tried to sneak this by and it was caught. Merrick Garland is so ridiculous. I didn't report him on 60 Minutes. It was just absurd. I'm sitting there going, this is the chief justice officer in the country, this man? My God. Anyway, so Hunter Biden, everybody knows he's a grifter. There isn't anybody in the country that doesn't know he's a grifter, including his mother and his father. They know he's a grifter. This is going to play out in a very interesting way. 13 months from now, we'll be voting for president. It looks like Trump will be the Republican nominee. I can't see any of the challengers beating him at this juncture. Now, Trump being Trump, anything could happen at any time. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind. But the primaries held tomorrow. Trump sweeps him. He's the nominee. Biden, I don't believe, will be the nominee on the Democratic side. And there are two reasons: his health, mental and physical, and Hunter. So let me make my case here. In 2014, Hunter Biden was gifted a $142,000 car by a guy from Kazakhstan. So he got a $142,000 automobile. It's a gift. He gets the car and he trades it for a upscale Porsche car, which he's driving around Delaware and Washington, D.C. His father has to know he's got that car because President Biden's a car aficionado. He's got the Corvette. He's got to know that Hunter's got an ultra expensive car. How? Okay, that's number one. This is right before your eyes, okay? So then over the years, Hunter Biden takes 15 trips, 15, on Air Force Two, the Vice presidential jet. They go all over the world, he and his dad. Asia, Europe, Mexico, Canada, all over the place, okay? When he shows up in China and Romania and Ukraine, Hunter Biden has meetings with people. Joe Biden doesn't ask about those meetings. If your son is traveling with you 15 times on a private jet, you don't ask him what he's doing. You don't ask him where he got the $150,000 car. It's impossible. Then, while this is all happening, Hunter Biden's a drug addict. You don't know that? So how can he be generating all of this business when he's a cocaine addict? Because if you were working for this money, you'd have to work your butt off for it. Couldn't be smoking cocaine every day. So Joe Biden absolutely knew what his son was doing. Maybe he didn't know the specifics of whatever grift was in play. That's possible, because Joe Biden's not a detail man. But he certainly knew that his son and his brother Jim were raking in the dough from overseas. So for Joe Biden to play dumb, nobody's buying that except for the liberal zealots who don't care. They're not buying it. They just don't care. Okay? So that is now in the mindset of the American voting public. You have a guy who's obviously infirmed, Joe Biden, and you have a guy who allowed his son and brother to run wild, accumulating tens of millions of dollars, and he knew, and he helped. Joe Biden helped with that. 15 trips on Air Force Two helps. Okay? That combination will doom Joe Biden for another term, in my opinion.